What's going on, guys? Bobby with Consumer Time Capsule, back with another review for you here. And today I am very excited to do a review of all 5 of the brand new M&Ms candy bars. Ryan, you're going to have to come in for a shot because this is already all set up for you. Now, these may remind you a little bit of the M-Azing bar from December of 2004, but instead of being in just the, what was it then, crispy and peanut butter? Or crunchy and peanut butter, I guess now they call it crispy. Now, they've got 5 different flavors, big old size bars. You got milk chocolate, peanut, almond, crispy mint, and regular crispy. Each one has its own color, has its own mascot. These are really attractive looking bars. I found them for $1.50 at H-E-B, $1.68 at Walmart. So they are a little bit of a premium product, but they're 4 ounces. These are big candy bars. So I don't think that that's an unreasonable price, especially considering these seem to be a premium product. So we'll start with milk chocolate. Now, milk chocolate is the only one where the M&Ms inside are the only flavoring agent. So what you're going to notice as we get into the flavored ones is they all just have regular mini M&Ms, and then they add in the peanuts or they add in the almonds. It's not as part of the M&M.
Interesting.
Which is kind of unusual considering they could have just thrown the candies in here, but you got to figure that they tried that first and it didn't work. Now, the bottom, you're not seeing a lot of peek out. Oh my God, look at this thing.
Wow.
That candy bar is amazing. Wow. M-Azing.
That's cool.
Looks great. I am majorly in favor of this candy bar. It looks, I don't even want to break it. But I'm going to. Ryan, here you go. Very smooth chocolate.
Super milk chocolate.
Very milky, yeah. M&Ms are adding a lot of good texture, but you could have fooled me that they put anything inside the M&Ms.
Well, they're minis.
They are minis, so there's not much inside. But, well, that's establishing a good baseline for us. But let's get into the actual flavors. So we'll start with peanut, since that's kind of one of the legacy ones. Now this one on the bottom, you see a lot more activity, but they're really all pretty much peanuts. Let's see. What? It's just the regular red M&M guy. It's the same design on all of them. That's not the peanut M&M guy. That's not him.
They messed it up.
There goes your 10 gimmick grade. Bunch of jerks. I figure on this one we can do just a couple because there's a long way to go. Well, I like it better. Still having the same problem with the M&Ms. Really, it's more like M&Ms came out with a milk chocolate bar than it is M&Ms inside a milk chocolate bar. I'm getting very little. M&Ms have such a distinctive flavor. And I was really looking forward to experiencing that in a bar. I think that the M-Azing bar did a pretty good job of doing that, and I'm a little disappointed that these just aren't. I like the peanuts with the milk chocolate better than the milk chocolate on its own, so At least we're moving in the right direction. Now we've got almond.
I love almonds.
I love almonds, so I'm thinking these, really before we started and I was kind of looking through them, this was the one I was looking forward to the most.
Oh yeah.
I don't even remember the last time I had an almond M&M, but I won't be having it in this bar either. So once again, I'm not even going to show you because it's the exact same. It's the red M&M guy. I love the way it looks, but if they would have just done the little added touch of putting each character not only on the outside of the bar, but also on the bar itself, I think that would have been enough to clinch it. I would have done a 10 gimmick grade on these. You get many almonds in yours? You want to go a little deeper in the bar?
Yeah.
Me too. Still kind of light on the almonds.
I agree. I'm comparing it to like the Hershey's almond.
They're pieces of almonds. They're not full almonds.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good. Yeah, Hershey with almonds, you're getting an almondy experience. This one,
Like
the peanuts were full peanuts and these were like almond bits. Like, why do that?
By the way, I didn't get any peanuts in my peanut one.
Well,
I mean, it's just speaking on the ratios.
I don't want you to be too thrown off on this one because I felt like that one was a good one. I feel like it's important that you have that. Crispy Mint. Now, Crispy Mint won the flavor voting. That was one of the last reviews I did without you, Ryan. Actually, Jeff and I did that one, and I predicted that Crispy Mint would win. It was competing with Crispy Raspberry and Crispy Espresso. And I thought it was the best flavor, and now it's a permanent addition to the M&M lineup. This one's got tons of crisp rice pieces, you know, like a Nestle Crunch kind of thing. And you know what? I'm going to go from here because I think the closer to the middle that you get, the better. So, cheers. Wow.
Smell the mint.
Definitely taste it too. That's pretty good. I like it. I like the crisp rice also is adding a lot of texture. A lot of texture, which is good. All right.
The chocolate doesn't seem as milky. I think it's just
Yeah,
because of all the crispies.
because of the crispies. Yeah.
The mint
Regular
is a very
crispy.
Andes taste.
It is, and it's a good thing. I like
Yeah, I love
Andes.
Andes.
I like Andes. All right, so crispy. This one is just the plain version. I think we should have probably closed with the mint one, but you know, what can you do? Now we're at plain from regular. Here we go. Now this one's got probably the most M&M pieces of anyone that I've experienced. You know, you were onto something, Ryan. It's less obnoxiously milk chocolatey with the Crispies than the other three. You got to really be big on milk chocolate to not be bothered by the amount of sweetness in milk chocolate in these bars, except for these last two, the crispy varieties. Okay, so gimmick grade, I already told you, if they would have printed more than just the red M&M guy on this beautiful looking bar, I would have given it a 10 out of 10, but they didn't. But they did release 5 new flavors of candy bars at once, and that's impressive. I love the design of the package. I love that they really went all in flavoring wise. I love the design, even though I would have liked 4 more. Love the design of the candy bar itself. So I'm gonna give it a 9 1/4.
Ooh.
9.25. So really happy from a gimmick perspective. Definitely happy to be adding these candy bars into my collection. Now, ranking the flavor, I think this one is actually fairly easy. So I'm going to do this real quick. I am going to give 5th place to Almond, which should have won. This should have won. This should have won, and it didn't, because they crushed the almonds into oblivion, and then they put them in a bar that was just too much milk chocolate. I really wasn't getting... I mean, if you looked at it, there just wasn't a lot of M&M coverage in it even. It just was a very, weak offering. So I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10, and 5th place on today's Capsule Countdown. Very, very close to that. I'm gonna give the 4th place to Milk Chocolate, and you know, this was really an eye-opener for me, because it was not a lot of M&M flavor, and in this case, this is the only one where M&Ms are the flavor. So that's not so great. So it's getting 4th place out of the 5 of them, and it's going to get a 5.5 for the taste score. Now we're down to the Crispies and the Peanuts, and I am going to give 3rd place to the regular Crispy bar. Now, it had the advantage of cutting some of that milk chocolate flavor, but it was missing a little something. Didn't you think so, Ryan?
Yeah.
Like it was adding texture, but not so much flavor. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10 in 3rd place on today's Capsule Countdown. And I think this decision kind of makes itself, honestly. I think we're in agreement, Ryan. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 2nd place is going to Peanut. Peanut, strong offering. You know, I think it would have been cool if they would have tried to use peanut M&Ms in a candy bar, because they would have been sticking out and stuff. Would have been nice. But really, you got good peanut flavor out of this. Ryan, when you got the 2nd piece and it had more of the peanuts, were you kind of getting
texture.
getting good texture, getting some good flavor? So I'm gonna give this a 7.5 out of 10 in 2nd place on today's Capsule Countdown. But the winner, I gotta give it up. Gotta give it up to the green M&M Crispy Mint, the new kid in town, crushing it. Ah, boy, this was a good one. Lots of mint scent, lots of mint flavor. The crispiness, cutting that milk chocolate was great. Really just an all-around, really, really well-executed candy bar. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Yeah. I am really, really happy with this one. And if you're not somebody who's going to drop, you know, whatever it is, $1.68 times 5, yeah, I mean, like $8 on 5 candy bars, then just go right to mint. You know, maybe peanut too, just for good measure, but really I'd say the other 3, you'd probably skip them. Mm-hmm. Hope that you guys enjoyed the review. Are you going to try the new M&M's candy bars? And if you have, what's your favorite? Until next time, of course, I'll miss you until I see you. I'm going to grab a little bit of mint on my way out. Cheers.